within the group. So we are on my device, Elise's device, and inside the group itself.
All right, everybody. So, all right, now you guys know how we do. The conversation, what's going to happen is we're going to do our first little roundabout of open discussion, and it's more like an either or question just to get everybody understanding what we actually do here, how everything works. I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be an either or question. There is no in between, so we are going to make sure we pick either or. All right. After I ask you this, I want everybody to chime in their answer. Okay. After everybody, I'll probably give it about a minute or so. After everybody tells me their answer, what's going to happen is I'm going to reveal what your answer tells about you as a person. So here we go. And this is kind of a really simple one this time. Are you a morning person? Yes or no? All right. First question of the night. First. Not really discussion, but first open feedback question, I should say. Are you a morning person? Yes or no? Come on. I need 1 minute. Everybody, don't even think about it that hard. You already know.
Well,
morning person meaning when you wake out of the bed, are you Disney Channel, Disney movie, animated up? Good morning.
What's up, Erica?
All right. Are you up? Or are you like, you know what?
I fucking hate mornings.
My body ain't built for this shit. Like, it's just not. Like, I mean, I need to be up at like 10 o'clock. That's normal body weight and time. I'm not.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's the normal
for my body? It's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, I'm good. I'm good at 10.
That's 2 hours before noon.
That's fine. So we judging right now? Is that what we doing?
I'm just
morning person. Are you a morning person? Yes or no?
Hey, Shelly. Well, I'm definitely not a morning person. I guess she's writing something there, but I fucking hate mornings, and I especially hate them when the birds wake me up. But whatever. But I'm you know what? I love the nights. I'm like nocturnal. I'm up all night. So, yeah.
All right, everybody, morning person, yes or no? Are you a morning person?
Oh,
what's up, good. Everybody? What's up, Chris? Nope.
That's
hey,
a good idea.
Teresa, I missed you, honey.
Across the room.
All right, so morning person, yes or no? Everybody, 20 more seconds. Morning person, yes or no? All right, morning person meaning when you roll out of the bed in the morning, is it good morning, hello world? Or when you roll out of bed in the morning, is it, you know what?
Yeah,
another day, another dollar. Like I'm look, don't talk to me before 8. Who is it? Don't talk to me before 8 because I know how it is. I miss you too, boo. What's up, Shelly? What's up, Treva? We have some people joining in from our group. 10 more seconds. Are you a morning person? Yes or no? All right, so here we go. We got everybody answer in. Morning person, yes or no? All right, so anybody who said yes, if you are a morning person, this makes you, number 1, you are a more aware individual. All right? It means you're more aware. You're a very conscious person. You're a person that thrives off of structure. You're a person that thrives off of calculated and or precise movements. If you are a morning person, you more likely have a lot more energy in the morning time. You more than likely get a lot of your tasks accomplished throughout your day. You're a more accomplished individual in regards to planning, all right? And in regards to prioritizing things. Now, that's what they say about you being a morning person. Now, if you're not a morning person, which I'm not a morning person. If you're not a morning person, it means that you move to the tune of you.
Right.
All right. You move, you march to your own drum. You're more spiritually aware if you're not a morning person. And it's only because you have the innate ability to hone into you. Like you pay attention to your body. You're not a systematic person. When you pay attention to yourself, you're a go with the flow type person. Not really, you don't really like structure, don't too much care for it. If you could own your own business, you probably would. But you're more free, you're more of a free spirit if you're not really a morning person. So does that kind of fit everybody? I know it really does fit me because I'm not a morning person. Lance, you?
No, I hate mornings.
All right, so yeah, we're not morning people over here. So that is our first starting for our segment. That's what we do. So yeah. Hey y'all. Hey mom, look, my mom is watching tonight. Hi mom.
Oh my God.
All right, so now we're going to move into our segment, the conversation. It's called the perception male, which my lovely host Lance here is going to give you the male perception.
Wait. Is that really wrong?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and then it's the female perception. Myself, Elise does not represent every female out here in these streets. I want y'all to know that y'all are beautiful, y'all are amazing, y'all have your own mind, but I'm going to speak my perception, and I want you females and you males out there, you wonderful people, to make sure you comment your perception as well, because guess what? When this live ends, we're going to read those comments, and you got other people who's going to read those perceptions that you give. So before we do get started with our first question, which Lance is going to throw out there, I want to say this. North Carolina came out and showed out on voting on yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
No.
All right. Was it the 7th, I think?
It's Veterans Day. Isn't Veterans Day the 7th?
I don't know. Whatever it was, I think one of these days, yesterday or the day before. Hey, if you voted right now, I want you to like this. All right. Here's why. I personally know of actually four African Americans. All right. Who actually made office. Let me shout these people out, all right? I need likes and hearts to be going crazy right now. Because look, y'all showed up, y'all voted, y'all did it, y'all made a difference, your voice was heard. So, everybody, big shout out to the mayor of Durham County, Mr. Mark Anthony Middleton, all right?
Yay.
Yes. So shout out to him. He was actually my pastor when I went to North Carolina Central University for about 5-6 years. While I was there in school, he was my pastor there. So big ups to him. Durham County is doing awesome things. Big ups to Gaston County. All right, Gaston County showed out in big numbers. I need likes and hearts all across the screen. All right, here we go. The new mayor of Gaston County is Mr. Walter Reed. All right, you guys did that. All right, y'all did that. You did that. Big job, good job. I'm proud of everybody for showing up and showing out. Charlotte, North Carolina. Not only is she African American, but she is female. Lance, y'all, we doing it. We are doing it. She is female. All right. Big ups to Jennifer Roberts. All right. Big ups, all right? We're doing it big out here in these streets. Thank you for making a difference. Last but not least, someone else that I personally know.
Good for Mr. Barber as well.
Oh, yeah. And everybody, if you know anybody else from any other counties that were elected African American, or just the person that you wanted to make a difference, please make sure that you actually put that up there, all right? But I have another really good friend of mine, really great friend of mine, Sherelle Booker, is the new town commissioner of Tryon, North Carolina. So I know some pretty awesome people.
V. Lives.
All right. So we have is it Vi Lyles? Here's what I want you guys to do. Make sure you do me a favor.
Yeah.
All right, do me a favor. Drop those names of those elected officials in your area that you voted for to make a difference, and they actually won their election. We showed up, we showed out, we made a difference, and this is what you can expect. That's what you can expect, guys, when we come together like we are doing right here tonight in the conversation to put our heads together, put our ideas out here, we end up winning big.
Okay, Tanya.
We winning big. Right? So, congratulations to everybody out there. Now we are going to move into what you guys came for. The conversation. The perception. First question of the night goes to Mr. Lance. What you got for us tonight, Lance?
I have, let's see where I want to go here. So I'd like everybody's thoughts on government assistance and who should receive it. Question again is thoughts on government assistance. So that's like food stamps. And who should receive it. So obviously there's a little bit of criteria here. I mean, some people say people with kids, some people that can't work, some people that can work. What do you guys feel about it? Is there a cap on how long they should receive it? Do you feel people receive too much of it? What are your thoughts? What you got on?
I'll go first? Okay, cool. Well, my thoughts on it, government assistance. This is actually maybe it could be very deep. I personally believe that the elderly should receive government assistance. The disabled should receive government assistance. The children or the orphan children who do not have any homes and who parents cannot take care of them for them, they should receive government assistance. But I do not believe that any abled adult who does not have a disability, who is not elderly, and who can work, who is not a child, should not be able to receive it. And the only reason why I say that is because I'm a very big believer of if a man does not work, he does not eat. And I will say that I am very proud and very happy to be able to allow my tax dollars to go to those people who cannot take care of themselves, because I really do believe that as a whole and as a people, we are responsible for taking care of others. But if you're going to ask me where my dollars should go, then those are the select group of people that I feel like they should go to. There's too much work in the United States. There's too much opportunity in the United States for people who are able to work to do so. When a government places a system or allows a people to become dependent on that system, it not only strips away your rights to certain things that you as an individual should be allowed to have, but it also starts to train you systematically. And you get dependent on the system. And when you get dependent on the system, there's certain things that the system is going to subliminally and also, indirectly feed you and give you that may not necessarily be anything that's good for you. You're going to continue. My favorite movie is The Matrix. You will probably hear me reference that a billion times. Favorite movie is The Matrix. There's things that the government is doing to keep us plugged in as a people and to keep us away from the things that are actually going on as far as the root of everything. So the more people they can get to plug in and the more people that they can get to actually govern themselves or come a part of the system and keep held and keep bound, they will do so. So if you're able and you're willing, get up off your ass and work. And then, at the same time too, we as a people should be able to come together with one another. Look, if you can only work at Zaxby's right now, ain't nothing wrong with it. If you can only work at McDonald's, if you can only work to get a minimum paying job, $7, $6 an hour, you should be able to band together and group together with some people and say, look, let's do this together. But because we're so systematically trained and we I got it for myself mentality, it's not necessarily welcome for somebody, for us as a people, especially African Americans, to band together and say, you know what, we don't need your help, government. We got it over here because we work together as a collective unit and this is how we move. That's my 2 cents. Lance?
So, January, you hit one of the nails on the head that's very important to me. I think that you should be drug tested. Now, drug testing varies, and I think that, I guess we're looking for like hard drugs like cocaine. I guess marijuana varies from state to state, so we wouldn't call that, but specifically like cocaine, I think that there should be some sort of pre-screening. And I think that if for some reason you fail a test, maybe you get stuck into some sort of rehab if you want to continue to receive assistance. But I do believe that right off the rip, veterans, and when I say veterans, so I understand that you're considered a veteran if you do 4 years of service. So I have a friend or friends that are under 30 years old that are considered veterans.
Right.
I wouldn't go that far, but for sure 65 years older and certain veterans.
Right.
All people with disabilities, I think, should receive some sort of assistance because they can't maybe take care of all their business. Hold on, Carmen. That shit. Right. That's a great point, Carmen. That some vets come straight out of the military into good jobs. So I feel like that's we're wasting money putting into that resource when there's other people who have no job or that are disabled.
Right.
But I think it should work like unemployment to some degree where, there are some people that get it indefinitely. Those are the disabled people. And then there are people that, going through hard times. So those people that are going through hard times, they should get it. I support them getting it, but I don't support, it doesn't take a year to get a job. Now it may take a year to get the job that you want, but it doesn't take a year to get a job. I'm just going to take a minute and read here.
Yeah, I'm going to take a second to read too. Karen says, I know elderly people that is getting $5 to $12 and they are low on checks. They should help them more with their
yeah, absolutely, Karen.
The
disabled people. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the disabled people who can't work. Yeah, and I agree. And the way that they ration it out is unfair. I do agree.
Yeah, and I think that so when I originally asked the question, government assistance, I was primarily thinking about things like food stamps or disability checks. Disability checks, if you're disabled, you should get a check. But I was speaking more in my mind. I was thinking like, excuse me. I was thinking more like food stamps specifically, but there's so many other different avenues. Like like we have people that receive like Section 8 housing. And I know people who, I'm not gonna say they're homeless, but they deserve the home more than the 22-year-old that pays $12 for the rent. So I think that we should probably revamp that. But and that would be eliminated if we put the cap on it. Or like I said, there's different avenues. So some people may receive or may need food stamps because they have a home already. Some people may need a home. So it really does vary. But yeah, that's my take on it. Let me just read here.
Cool. So you guys do us a favor, continue to comment on that. We're going to go ahead and jump to the next question. But that was a really good question, Lance.
Appreciate it. And Trina, really I totally, and again, that 7 kids, it's hard to, I make pretty decent money. It's hard to take care of 3. And I don't even have them all the time. So, I understand that sometimes it's critical. And my grandmother had 12 kids. So, you kind of need some help. But.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to go there because, they did it back in the day without help. The help that they had was the help from each other and the help from their community, and the help from somebody just being responsible enough to say, you know what? I made these kids. I'm going to make sure I take care of these kids by any means necessary, whatever that means. But that's just me. And we're going to move on to the next question. Again, Talk About It Thursdays. What's up, y'all? Continue to keep those questions going. Continue to keep those responses going. The group, the conversation. What's up, y'all? I see y'all there. We got some people from the actual group that is viewing. What's up, Shanae? Sister, long hair, don't care. All right, so
that's so good.
We have a lot of awesome topics that go on in the group itself. So here's one of the big questions that we have going on in the group. It's one of the more bigger discussions. It says,
Trina,
who pays? All right, when we're talking about going on a date, when we're talking about dating, when we're talking about being in a relationship with somebody, courting somebody, on a grand scheme, all across the board. There have been memes out here being created. There have been a lot of controversy in regards to who the hell is paying. All right, bill wise, meaning if you're in a relationship with somebody, who splits the bills? How are the bills split? Is it 50-50? Does he pay more? Does she pay more? When it comes to dating, is a woman obligated, or should she pay for a meal sometimes? Should she take a dude out to eat sometimes? How do you handle money, or how do you handle when you're in a dating situation? How do you handle whether or not who pays? Who pays? If you're going on a date with somebody, it's your first date. Who pays?
who pays? First date.
First date, who pays? And then after the first date, if you're into that person and you like that person, who is then responsible for, or should the woman take the man out? Like, in regards to an exchange of fairness, I should say. So what's your take on that?
So, oh wow, look at my jack. Okay, it's back. So I'm kind of traditional, and I think that the man should pay on the first date, unless it is defined. So if a woman says, "Hey, Lance, I understand that you've had a rough week. I like you. Let me take you out and take the edge off." Then in that case,
I like that.
I wouldn't
take the edge off.
I wouldn't necessarily be offended if she paid. But I think that more times than not, just playing the numbers, more times than not, I think the man should pay at first. However, I do believe that it does not hurt for a woman to treat a man every now and again. Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean, I think women should treat a man every now and again. But also, so I've seen this in so many groups, and it has been a huge topic. If we live in a different world, so we don't live in the same time that our grandparents lived in. And I think that a lot of people frown. Let me take that back. A lot of women frown upon other women that actually say, you know what, I don't mind taking a guy out, or I don't mind treating a guy. Outside of it being like in what order? Like, I mean, you know, I've seen it worded and phrased so many different ways, and I've seen women literally shoot down this concept. Again, my personal take: first date, guys should do it. But it's becoming more and more common, and I don't think that other women should bash other women about it if they decided they want to do it. That's it.
I agree. Okay, so my take on the situation is, do I think females should pay for dates? Yes, I do believe that females should pay for dates. And I believe that females should pay for dates only because when you're in a situation where you're dating and or courting somebody, then you want to let him know that, you know what, babe, a sense, if I'm going to date you, I need to be able to show you that we are a team. Like, and if we're going to be on a team, I need to let you know that I'm going to treat you as my teammate. I need to let you know that I'm going to treat you as my partner. So that means just as much as you spoil me, just as much as you take me out, just as much as you show your appreciation for me being in your life, I can do this. You know why? Because I make my own money. I do my own thing. And you're valuable to me. So me being able to take you out isn't a show of power. It isn't a transfer of power. It isn't. And it shouldn't be done on some. God, I guess I'll do it this time, or damn. Like, you should be grateful to be able to be in a position to be like, you know what, babe, I got you. We a team. You know what? Put your money up. I personally have been on several dates where I've actually paid for the first date. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you now, pay for a date and see what kind of reaction you get. Like, the reaction that you get when you pay for a man's date is one of, first of all, it sets you apart. Second of all, it allows the man to see you in a sense of in a different light. You're immediately set apart, because the way in which he comes at you is going to change. It's going to be completely different, because he not coming at nobody who doesn't understand the importance of us or that can't handle their own. So that's just my opinion. You pay. Now, however, in 2017, it's been some craziness going on. Like, for example, there was also a question asked in the conversation.
It's about his rent.
No. If a single mother has kids, should the man be responsible for paying for the babysitter? All right. This is also some foolishness, but it was something that was mentioned, and I only say that because you got some people out here in these streets who really believe that there is certain responsibilities that should be on the man just because he is inviting and or asking the woman out. So again, the question was, if a woman has kids, is the man responsible who wants to take her out on a date? Is he responsible for paying her child care?
Well, Thea, the way that I heard that was, if he wants to take her out and she can't do it, then that's what you got to do. Now, I personally don't agree with that. But Thea, I also just want to say something. You mentioned that it sets a precedence for the rest of the relationship, and I think that
I agree.
For me, if someone takes me to Applebee's, because that's their way of helping me take the edge off, and they want to do something nice, which I certainly appreciate, that's like an investment. And I'm gonna tell you what, if somebody treats me to Applebee's on the first date, then
that's true.
Then I'm gonna do it big the next day, because she's right. I look at them different. And it's important to me that they understand that they're different, that I view them different. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't think that a man loses his place if a woman treats him. And I don't think that a man would always believe that it is the woman's responsibility to treat them from there on out just because they paid for the first date. Personally, that's just my personal take on it. Now,
also, be mindful in the spirit in which they do. Because you have some people who will pay for a date, and
Were you gonna put something in this?
Yes, I was, but
awesome.
I started talking. So can you hear me? It's actually over there. Hey, now while we're talking, we're also sipping. So please, guys, make sure if you are watching this, we are conversing right now. Therefore, take the edge off.
And that's cool, Whitney. I mean, listen, I'm an easygoing guy. So if you took me to $5 burger night at Bar Louie, I'm not gonna fault you for finding a damn good deal. Shit, I'm gonna eat the burger and enjoy it. I like the burger with the damn the Chicago Stockyard.
Right, be grateful.
Yeah.
Definitely be grateful.
Yeah.
Be grateful in the situation, but watch the spirit in which it happens. Because it's one of those things where if you're in a situation where somebody is paying for it, whether or not the date goes well or not, you should be in a position to be happy. Be happy to do it. I'm a big believer. Like, if you're gonna do it with a smile. Do it cheerfully. The good book says that he loves a cheerful giver. So make sure that when you do it with a smile. You know, do it with the expectation that you deserve it, not with the expectation that I'm expecting it back. So that's just my take on it.
All right. So this is a great segue to my next question. And that question is, why do women want men to compete for them, yet it's not the other way around? So I'll give you an example. Women are single. They say they're just dating people, and they feel like essentially the cream rises to the top. Whoever the best candidate is, that's the one that closes the deal, so to speak. However, if a man takes the same exact philosophy, says these women should compete for them, then women say, "Oh, I'm not about to be competing with no woman." And I think that women shy away from the competition. And I think honestly, if you're dating, if you're a single person and you have a realistic expectation, then number one, you're not the only person. And number two, you got to work your way up to the top. And honestly, as you, I guess, get closer to the top, then those other women just kind of weed themselves out. But you can't just say, "Oh, I'm me, I'm here, take me as I am."
Oh, God.
Boom, finito.
You know what? Like,
no, you can't do that.
Okay, so in regards to what you're saying, I'm just reminded of this cheer back in the day that went something like, "Ain't no competition like the real competition, because the real competition is," and you say your name, right? Which is Elise, right?
Right.
So I don't understand why, number one,
options and competition, isn't that not the same thing?
No, exactly. Because I was actually about to go there. Dating shouldn't be a competition.
That's what it is, though.
I don't necessarily feel like I have like dudes like competing. Like, it's not like I'm in a gladiator ring and they're like fighting to the death, and whoever comes out.
You're right.
Beating everybody ass is the victor.
No, you're right. You're right. So you know what? In hindsight, I wanna just change just the verbiage just slightly. So when I say competition, I mean that on Thursday there's only so much time on Thursday, right? So if 3 guys ask you about your availability on Thursday,
right?
One, you're gonna make a decision on one based on whatever your criteria is,
right?
And so if person A is not doing everything that person B is, it's not a competition like they're like, you're right. They don't necessarily know what's going on, but essentially you're going to pick the best candidate, just like you're voting for somebody. You're going to pick the best candidate for you, and the other dude's ass is grass. So maybe competition in the traditional sense is not the right word, but...
Okay, so your question was what again? Repeat that for me, because I need to make sure I got this right. So repeat that again. So
the question is... Why do women want men to compete for them? However, they are not prepared to do that for men. They instantly bow and say, "Well, I'm not going to be competing for no man."
So my theory in this is, as a woman.
Okay, don't take the word competition out. We can stick in another word.
It's okay. As a woman, if I am interested in a man, he actually and he hollers at me or I holler at him or whatever the connection is made. It is not my automatic assumption that I am the only one. All right, that's a given. But for whatever reason, whatever that man has going on, he decided to holler at me, or he decided to invest the opportunity to get to know me because he saw something in me. All right. Now, whatever it is that he saw in me, whatever it is, it is that I may saw in him in order to make that connection, we now have a connection. All right. So now we move to the point where he saw something in me. He already has, and even in the female, because if I already have something going on with 2 or 3 other people, but it's not anything serious, then if I see somebody out and I happen to see something that I like in that person and I holler at them, cool, okay, so we're hollering. We're talking, we're chatting with one another. I'm not automatically assuming that I am the only one. But I do know that even in not being the only one, that there's something in him that he liked about me. Now, at that point, I'm going to just continue to be myself. Like, there's not a competition in competing with anybody else, because number one, you're in a situation where you're in a blind competition. It's blind. I don't know who you're seeing. I don't know what the other competition looks like. The only thing I know is you like me. So when you ask a woman to step into an arena, especially the dating arena, how do I know what it is that I'm competing with? Because if I'm a competitor, and if we're using this terminology, if I'm a competitor, then 9 times out of 10, I kind of know the arena in which I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with. If I'm playing basketball, I'm playing other basketball players. I review tapes. I look at, I scout. I know what's going on. I know the stats on other teammates. That's what I know. But when you're in the dating world, I don't know who you dating, nor is it my place to ask you whether or not, hey, so what does the other competition look like?
So I'll give you an example. You're on a website. You're in a group. Mm-hmm. Guy is dating, because obviously, everyone is okay with them dating other people. Now, the fact that you understand that you're not the only person, you say that walking in the door, yet you understand the other guy is talking to other people,
right? And
yet still you say, you know what? If you're talking to other people, then I believe my name Corby. Corby said it best. If the guy does this, he's a hoe.
If he does what?
So if he is dating multiple people, then the women just say, well, look, he's a hoe. He's promiscuous. He's all of these negative things. But yet a woman can date a guy on Monday, date a guy on Wednesday, and just say, oh, well, she's just feeling them out, or oh, she's just getting to know them. But these guys are competing for her time.
But I don't understand why, and this is where this is an awesome point in regards to why this is called perception. Because at no point is a woman automatically assuming that there's not anybody else but you. And if there is anybody else but you, like, my automatic assumption when I'm dating somebody, or when somebody tries to date me, is not, oh, if he has multiple people that he's dating, that he's automatically a hoe. Number one, you're single. So if you're,
I know.
So I'm saying, if you're single and you're already understanding, I'm single and you're single, there could be multiple players involved in this thing.
Multiple players, like
multiple players,
like competing or something.
I'm not going to say that it's. The only thing about the competition thing that's kind of is that there's not, in this dating thing, there's not an even playing field, because you don't know what the other competition is.
So you're competing against a shadow.
You're competing against, but what are you competing against is the question. So if you're competing against, if I date you, all right, and I want people's opinion on this. If I date you, and it's not my business to know if you're dating anybody else, if it's not my place and or business to ask whether or not you have anything else going on, because you're single and you can do whatever the hell it is that you want to do.
You don't want to know? You don't want to know? That didn't come up at a dinner table?
Even if I ask you, hey, are you dating other people?
So I can just say, no, we're not talking, it's none of your business. We off that. And you just like, oh, okay, cool.
Not at that point, you can decide whether or not you want to enter into a situation. If you say no, I'm not dating other people, then that means I'm the only person that you're going to be talking to. If you say yes, then at that point, you can decide whether or not, you know what, I'm not into dating. I'm not into men who date multiple women.
Why would you not be?
Because it just wouldn't be you got some people who like the old-fashioned way of dating and or courting,
which is just one person and one person.
Just one person and one person.
And if it's two people, they bow out of the competition.
It's not a bow out. It's a choice.
That's just wordplay. Bow out and choice. That's the same thing.
Okay, fine.
You choose to bow out.
But you choose to not accept it because that's your own personal preference. It's not about it being a bow out because I'm not wanting to deal with the competition. It's a bow out because I personally am not. That's not my style of dating.
So whatever verbiage you choose to slide in there, if the person is traditional, one-on-one, the person says, "Oh, well, you're dating two people," then I choose to take myself out of the competition. Then I'm bowing out of the competition and stepping away and saying, "This is my choice. I don't want to use it." So we can take the word bow out and just say choice.
Okay, but even if you use it, even if you say bow out and even if you say choice, the thing is, when it comes to a situation where, because your question is, women want men to compete. We want you guys to compete. But what I'm saying is, if there's a woman that says, I don't want a man to compete for me either. Like, I want it to just be a one-on-one thing. This is not I'm bowing out because I want you and only you.
So I'm gonna ask the ladies then. So let me ask you.
Okay.
So when you're single, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're dating men, although they don't know what the other person is doing, ultimately, if the goal is to have you, if that's, let's say, my goal. If my goal is to have you,
right?
And Kenyatta says, you know what, it's his goal to have you.
Okay.
Then we're competing for the same goal.
Right.
One of us is gonna fucking lose.
Right.
So if at a dinner table I say, well, hey, are you talking to anybody else? And you say, yeah, as a matter of fact, I got a friend named Kenyatta. Then at that point, if I say, oh shit, you know what, I'm not dealing with this shit, then I just bowed out of the competition.
Okay.
One goal, two people, same goal.
Okay.
One person said, you know what, this is too much for me, I'm leaving.
Right, but what your question insinuated is women
expect men to do that, to stay. You know what? I'm gonna keep going for the goal, and I'm gonna keep going, and he's gonna keep going, and he's gonna keep going.
But you just said that women expect for me. Well, but you said that women expect men expect.
Okay, so let me tell you. So women.
Sorry, y'all, I done completely lost the
women
train of thought.
expect men to continue to go, regardless. If you say there's three other guys,
right?
Then they expect the guy to continue.
It's like, you know what, I'm gonna bow out because I'm not gonna.
That's
but
it.
That's not. That's. I don't think that
it should be the same.
It should be the same.
It's not.
But why do you say it's not?
Well, that's why, because women say, you know what, I don't want to do it, and they expect guys, oh, well, if you really want me, then you're going to continue to try. If you really want to,
who holds that expectation?
Ask the women.
Yeah,
I mean, is it not a common expectation?
Ladies, because I really need. Hey, Sarah, what's up, Sarah? Sarah says, right, every person is different. When I was dating, I didn't talk to multiple guys at one time, and I didn't expect them to either way. But everyone has their own way. Agreed, Sarah. Agreed. What your people saying over there? Trina says, I'm a one person at a time and I expect one person at a time. Exactly. So it's like, ladies, do you expect a man, do you expect a man to compete for you even though you don't feel the necessary need to compete for them?
I'm going to actually change the word compete, and I'm going to use a term that I think that I've seen a lot of women use, and that's fight for them if they want them. Do women expect men to fight for them? Yes, they do.
Here's what I'm going to be. I'm about to be completely transparent with Facebook, all right? Transparent moment in the live, all right? You're about to get the unfiltered Elise. So.
If he wants me, he'll do whatever it takes.
Nah. Here's it.
Facts.
So, I was digging this guy, right? I liked him a lot. Probably the first time I've ever liked a guy.
Yes, Tanya.
No. First time I've ever liked a guy in a very long time. However, I was ready to be exclusive with you. Like, I was ready. I'm ready to be exclusive with you. I know you're dating multiple people right now, but I'm in a position where I know I like you, and I like you, and I know you like me. Like, I know you like me. I know you dig me. I know I'm awesome. I know you think I'm awesome. Like, I'm not imagining that there's not the same type of mutual attraction there. But what happened was,
Corby are on the same page.
all right,
obviously.
no. What happened was, after I came to him and told him that I liked him, his personal pace where he was in his singularity was different than where I wanted to be. So he told me, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm still dating. I'm still in competition. All right. Now here I am saying, you know what? I want to deal with you and only you. But he's saying not quite ready for that yet. So what I did in the situation was I bowed out. How you put it? I bowed out, not because I wasn't ready for the competition, not because I already knew. I knew this dude was feeling me. I knew he had feelings for me. I knew he felt some type of way, but I wasn't on the same pace as he was. I wasn't in the same personal, space in regards to commitment as he was. And what I had to do was I had to retract from the situation because I didn't want to invest feelings, times, and emotions into somebody who wasn't ready for the same thing that I was.
Okay. So to me, that's an anomaly to what I'm speaking about.
Why is it an anomaly?
Because I don't believe that many women operate like that. Now, again, it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? So my life experiences may say women act a certain kind of way, and your life experiences may say something different, or their life experiences may say something different. Obviously, the word competition is clearly not the right word, but I do know that I've seen women say, for sure, if the guy is interested in me, then he will show it. And typically showing it often falls in that fighting for me type. All right,
so what is the people saying? Lakin says, but why give anyone the energy or time if you know they're dating someone else? I don't get it.
Sounds like you're 2 steps away from bowing out. That's what that sounds like. But to answer your question specifically, though, I mean, we can't choose who we love or who we like. It's very rare. No, you can't. You can't.
You don't think you can choose?
No, you can't. No. Then you never. I mean, if you could just say, you know what? Well, I just want to like him, or like no. That's why ugly people have people, because not because they're visually stimulating. It's because they may have a bit like something about them. You ever dated an ugly guy?
Yeah.
Did you choose that? Did you walk in there saying, you know what? That's me?
No, but you know what? Ugly and beauty is a perception.
Right, okay.
So it's one of those.
Did you choose that though? You couldn't choose. You had no choice. You just end up liking the guy, right?
Yeah, but see that.
Okay. Shit.
You know what? First of all, I reclaiming my statement. All right. He wasn't ugly. Like, I mean, I am so in a sense right now where society puts all of these.
Melanie, baby, I don't really need anybody to fight for me. I'm totally golden, but
yeah.
I mean,
society puts these roadblocks and these things in place in people to where, you know, just because they're not aesthetically pleasing to the eye, if I feel like I'm not gonna date anybody, if I look at you, I'm not gonna date you and be like, oh my God, I'm with somebody that's ugly. Like that's so crazy. Like, why would I be attracted to and or have feelings for somebody that I personally would even label ugly itself? The word ugly is only derived because somebody looked at them and said, you know what? You look this way in my perception, but they look this way in your perception, and y'all don't match from my perception. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I have people and I know people who have beautiful relationships, and from the outside looking in, I'll look at them and I'll be like, you know what? I perceptionally wise wouldn't place that together, but they love each other. They're beautiful together. They make it work. They make it do what it do. I'm just saying.
Wow, really? Do I look drunk? Wow.
I'm probably more tipsy than Lance is.
Yeah, right. No, I'm 100% plugged in. But I do know when to pick and choose.
It's your turn, ain't it? Or is it my turn?
Actually, that was mine.
That was yours?
Yeah.
All right.
You want to use one of mine?
I want to use one of yours.
All right, here we go. Right here. Here. You want to just do it?
Yeah.
All right. So, next topic is, should schools give out condoms? And does this aid in teen pregnancy or prevent it?
One more time.
Should schools give out condoms? And does this aid in teen pregnancy or prevent it? Oh, we got something on this relationship stuff right here. But while we're waiting, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. Should schools give out condoms? And does this aid in teen pregnancy or prevent it? So, some people say this almost encourages sex, but I think that today, we'd be naive to think that our kids are not sexually active.
Right.
High school. I had my kid in high school. And honestly, I'm not sure if this would have made a difference for me, but I think that awareness is important. Mm-hmm. And if it's going to happen, then I would certainly say that I would want my son to. If someone like a guidance counselor was able to provide them condoms, or if they could just walk into a room and take 2 condoms and walk out, without any judgment or whatever, I think that it would prevent pregnancy, because kids are having sex. There's no doubt about that. The educational piece, I think, goes without saying, but I think that in today's world, let's be proactive. Let's give them out. And it's a hard acceptance for parents, because I also have a daughter. She's 13. And so it's a hard thought for me to have, but and it's kind of weird, because the perception, it's okay for my son to have it, but maybe not okay for my daughter to have them.
Right.
But yeah, I support it. If I had to choose between the two, then I would support it.
Right, and I agree. I would say I agree wholeheartedly. What I will say is this.
Right, Corby, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
A lot of parents don't do very well with making.
Oh, then we only see half of her face over here.
Right. So a lot of parents don't do well with creating the awareness in their home themselves, especially in the African American community. But just in general and as a whole, they don't do a good job of explaining and creating that awareness. And unfortunately, this conversation has to be had way earlier now than it used to have been. Because the exposure nowadays is on a very broader scale, and it's given to or introduced to a child at a very young age. So that awareness has to be created very early, and that's a hard conversation for most parents to have with their children, because they don't feel parents
look inside yourself, Melanie.
Parents actually feel like they have their own set time as to when their child is ready for that discussion. And you're a parent. I'm not a parent, but you're a parent, Lance, and you probably have a roundabout idea as to when your child should be introduced to that conversation, right? But in society's time, in this day and time, you got so much exposure nowadays that the curiosity is implanted into a child's mind at a very young age. So the education of what's going on and what it is should be sat down to and should be explained by somebody that's close to them. Preferably their parents, but we're in a system and we're structured to where a lot of times that's not happening. So if your child is getting it at a school level, it should only be reiteration by the time they get there.
Man, that's a great thing, Dame. Let me just read.
What did Dame say?
Dame always got something good to say. Hey, Dad. Supply and demand. If the supply are readily available and high, then the demand would decrease. If you reduce the negative connotation in regards to sex, then most would tend to not want to sneak around this human behavior. So essentially, and I agree with that, spot on, man. I think that, and like she said, we can't it's not the school's responsibility. I mean, it's parents' responsibility, and I think that Mel said it as well. But
hey, Mel. Hey, girl. How are you?
Mel thinks she can play spades.
That's all right. Just record. Mel. What's up, Mel?
But I feel like we it's a joint. So in this regard, I think someone said it takes a community to raise a kid. Mm-hmm. I don't think that kids can hear this enough from enough different avenues. So they should hear it at home. It should be reinforced in school. Mm-hmm. I mean, if your son at my house and I'm talking to my son, then I'm gonna pull your son over and have the same conversation with your son.
Right.
And I think that in that regard, we just have to. Everybody has to do a much better job of education. But I mean, we shouldn't tiptoe around it. And I think that that's the biggest thing, that a lot of parents tiptoe around something that's clearly front and center. Kids are having sex at 14, 15 years old, and I mean,
even younger. I mean, unfortunately, we don't want to admit it, but you know, they are. It's the reality of what's being shoved in front of their faces as a society, and I think it's very, very, very important that we make sure that we make them aware as soon as possible of what is going on in the world around them. Like, this is the real world. This is the world that we live in. And I hear people say, you only want to keep kids being kids for as long as kids can be kids, but it's the... This
left?
What happened?
Somebody said Pan left Lance.
But you want to make sure you keep yourself in a situation where you're aware of exposing your children or exposing the kids around you to what's going on in the world around them, because in the world around them, it's happening now. It's happening soon. They're being exposed to it soon, and you can't just let him be a kid and continue to be oblivious to what's actually going on in the now. Let them be a kid. You know, they're not working, they're not slaving out here in these streets, but at the same time, they still need to be aware of what's going on in the streets. What's going on in life, what's going on in regards to the exposure around them, because you got cartoons, you got YouTube kids and avenues and stuff that they can look at technology wise. Sex is just a click of a finger away.
I believe you, Dame.
So what does Dame says?
I was just saying, as a therapist, I mean, some of the things that you would see would be like,
yeah, I mean, it's real. Like, it's real, and we can't shade our children from reality. We can't. We just can't. We should. So, that's that. Hey, can somebody give us a time on how long we've been live? Because we try to keep it at like an hour. So, what does the count say?
10:07. About what time did you get your house in order? No, you weren't. So we'll do one more topic and call it.
One more topic and call it a night. I'm gonna let you shoot it.
So, if nudes are sent,
oh God,
in an ideal world, what would you want done with the nudes? So, you're dating somebody, you send them some nude pictures.
Some naked pictures.
Naked, nude. I mean,
okay. Naked, like butt naked, like nothing on.
Pictures that your kids can't see. Okay. Pictures you send somebody that your kids can't see.
Okay.
In an ideal world, what would you want done with them after the relationship is dissolved? Now, this is a two-part question. What do you think is done with them? After.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one, Lance.
So, Maria, for real, nude.
What'd you say?
Nude or news? What?
Nude, like butt naked.
You send your ass out in a picture to me. What you want me to do with the picture after we break up?
The booty shot on the counter with the front face camera facing you, so you can see it in the mirror. Send naked, no clothes.
Sounds like this ain't somebody's first rodeo.
What happened, huh? So, what do I feel like should be done? I mean, I can't tell that man what to do with them pictures. Like, we adults though. I assume that he would be responsible and keep it between him and I. And only in a situation where you're dealing with an immature person, or or emotionally unstable individual, which is why you wait until you figure out whether or not somebody is emotionally stable before your ass starts sending new pictures. If you one of them people who don't feel like you have to be exclusive to send new pictures, you better make sure they're emotionally stable. Because if they're not emotionally stable, you might be in the world of trouble after y'all break up. I'm just saying, or if the situation doesn't work out. So for me, while we're in the relationship, I expect for you to personally keep them to yourself, view them at your own personal pleasure, and be reminded of how awesome that I am to you. And if for some reason we break up,
solo session.
I don't know. Like, I can't say that I expect for you to delete them, because I mean, I'm vain. So I would be like,
what do you do with yours?
I end up deleting mine. Like, or they end up getting stuck in a folder that I really don't revisit anymore. So yeah.
Why you put them in a folder?
Because I have a private folder in my phone, because I have a niece and nephew that happens to take my phone every now and then and like do crazy stuff with it.
So at this point, she's single. She should have zero news in any folders anywhere.
Right, I should, because what happens is, look, I personally am not one of them people who go through their phone after a breakup or through Facebook. Because if you look on my Facebook page, you can probably see at least 2 relationships on it. I'm not going to take time to completely delete my past, because my past and my experiences in my past is what makes
there's a tasteful nude.
It makes me who I am. So
what the hell's a tasteful nude?
Not everything is out there, but if for some reason I'm scrolling through and I see, you know what, oh my God, I got this folder, need to delete, then I'll delete. That's what it is. What is your thoughts about, what do you do with naked pictures? Naked pictures.
Yeah, I delete them.
You delete them instantly? Like, or do you delete them after it resolves?
Nah, more times than not, I kind of delete them on the spot, because I have kids that go through the phone. I mean, I could do a fucking folder and all that, but that's honestly too much work. I'm not doing all that shit. It's not that serious to me. I appreciate them coming in for that moment, but fuck it, I don't care.
So it's just a moment for you.
It's just a moment for me. I don't care.
Anybody? Any dude?
Blackmail. Oh shit.
Any dudes?
Yeah.
Dudes, is naked pictures just a moment for you?
So Facebook is running a pilot in Australia, where I guess there's a certain percentage of people that what do they call it? Revengeful porn is what the term is called, and so Facebook is running a program in Australia where nudes are sent, and you'll be able to report. So if the nude is sent via Facebook, then you know how you delete something on your side, but it doesn't delete on the other side? You can report to Facebook, and Facebook will delete it on the other side. Now, of course, if it's saved, there's no control over that. But
I mean, but that's the issue. It's saved.
But Facebook is taking steps to prevent revenge porn. Oh yeah, that is what the dude did to Black China. She's ugly, by the way, but yeah. So
what, Rob?
Yeah.
Rob did that to Black China.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe you took my money, and you know what I'm saying, you had my kids, and now you over here with another dude. So because I'm in my feelings, because I can't grow the fuck up and admit the fact that you just ain't my girl no more, and I should move on, then I should just be petty and throw some naked pictures of you out here in these streets. How you throw a picture of a naked chick who is a stripper and expect her to react in some type of way? Rob, do better. Just do better.
Well, if Rob is tuning in, Rob, watch out, do better.
Do better. Do better. I think that's petty. I think it's petty. I think that's distasteful.
Delete. Maria, how many nudes you have in your... No, you're married, right? Well, let me ask you, how many nudes do you have in your phone? Or someone other than your husband.
It's okay.
Can we have the discussion here?
Dang, what's that? Dashes. That shit made her.
She could probably make a flick.
Exactly.
Yeah, she can make a flick.
Exactly. You can't. No. I mean, and don't give nobody the ammunition.
Facts, Corby. Yeah.
What Corby say?
She is ugly. I said she was ugly.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, but I think that she can probably go into the porn industry right now and do very well. Or she's gonna have like a career like
Shaq said,
like Kim Kardashian.
You shouldn't send news knowing you ain't about to give it up on the next interaction.
Words to the wise.
I mean, I agree. Like, don't be sending. I don't agree that you should send news to somebody you haven't had sex with.
So there's no precursor.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you should send. That's my personal thing. You shouldn't send news to somebody you hadn't had sex with.
I mean, I like that though. So ladies, actually, I'm not going to co-sign on that because I may want nudes even though you guys are not having sex with me yet. But seriously, no, that does make sense though. You agree with what? Melanie?
She agrees with the fact that you shouldn't send nudes to somebody you had sex with. That's a thought. That's some hoish shit right there. Like, why?
Who sounds drunk here, y'all? Who sounds like they had too much alcohol?
I'm actually okay. I'm okay. I mean,
don't see this unless we have sex. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. Like, I mean, that point, if I send you a nude, you done already seen it before. I'm just giving you reiteration.
Reiteration.
Yeah. Tell me again.
Now she gonna get an email from Facebook saying about singing on copyrights.
I do not own the rights to this music.
Do I need to say that too? I don't own the rights to the music either. I don't want my shit blocked like last week.
Alright guys, so we are going to tune off. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hey, the conversation, if you guys have liked this video, if you guys are liking it right now, if you guys have participated in conversation at any point, the group is called The Conversation. It is a closed group. You know why it's a closed group? Because it's a bunch of intellectual people who are not about any foolishness. And what we end up doing is we end up gathering and meeting in a place where we put our heads together, we talk about things, we put our ideas, we converse with one another, and we do it on an intellectual level. Now, couple of announcements. Number one, we have our second official meet and greet / game night that is going to be on December 3rd. All right, it's only exclusive to group members, so you can only come to this event.
Hey, no more new people.
You can only come to this event if you are a part of the group. And this event is again on Saturday, December the 3rd. It starts at 7 p.m. and it's going to end probably around 11, and then afterwards we are going to go out, have a bomb ass time at karaoke at 820. So if you like this, if you're interested in becoming a member or being a part of our group because you're so smart and we want to get to know your dopeness and we want to get to know your mind, and you want to share your opinions and you want to share your views, make sure you like this, and not only like it, but make sure you comment, add me. That's all you got to do. Add me. Pound. Add me. Somebody can make a beat up and I will actually rap to that, right? You gonna make the beat up?
No, but you can go up there right there.
Add me.
And
right?
Again, next week we're gonna do 8 o'clock. And Melanie says that she wants to be a host, but we're gonna have to see what's good on that.
Yeah, so next week I will be out of the country, guys. Please make sure you guys say a prayer for the kid Elise. I am going to be traveling on business for a little while, so I will be on hiatus.
Sean, your ass is in that group.
It's called The Perception. All right. It's called The Conversation. Talk about it Thursday. The Perception. My amazing co-host Lance needs somebody to host with him on next Thursday. Because I will not be available. I will definitely miss you guys. I'm sure you guys will miss me, but you all will definitely be missed.
What day did you say?
What? Oh, the party. The game night / meet and greet is on December the 3rd.
That's a Sunday.
Is that a Sunday? I don't think it's on a Sunday. Oh my God! Somebody got us.
I don't have my count. Oh, let me see if I can find one on my watch. I'm gonna need. Oh my gosh. See
it
what I
must
gotta
be
do.
the second then. I got one right here. Yes, I'm sorry. You are absolutely right, beautiful. Who said that? Natasha? Yeah, I'm sorry. It is December the 2nd. December the 2nd, which is a Saturday. Saturday, December the 2nd.
My boy Beanie said it.
But you actually have to be in the group in order to actually have an invitation. Look, the first one was absolutely amazing. We had a blast. All right.
And the guy, my team won. So
look.
Competition.
We're actually going. Look, that night we're going to go live. That night we're actually going to have a perception, the conversation. We're going to actually bring this segment to our game night. All right, it's going to be awesome too, because what happens is you're going to be the guest. You're going to be the one with the perception. We are going to have each and every one of you who show up a part of a panel discussion where you actually get to throw out your own ideas and your own perceptions and your own opinions about things. All right. So if you're interested in a group, just text add me. All right. Just put that on out there. Again, I will be gone next week, guys. I will miss you guys much. You're awesome.
Yeah.
You're
Trench
amazing.
coat and heels. You heard me? Shit.
But my dude Lance here needs a co-host. So ladies, treat them right. All right, hold it down for the kid. I'll be back the following week. But you know what? Peace and blessings to you guys. Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you guys for always giving us your opinion, for always giving us your feedback. Again, congratulations to all the African Americans elected as far as the elected officials are concerned.
Yeah, man, you can bring your wife, man.
Yes. It is not a
singles.
Yeah, it is. No. Yeah, this is not a singles function. We there are some people that are single in the group, but this is not a singles group. This is not a love connection type deal. This is just we want to get to know your mind. We want to get to know your perceptions, how you think, and we all want to be connected in that way. Lance, you got anything else for the people before we end this live?
No, man. Just if you're interested in joining the group, just get at me or get at Elise. Again, we'll start at 8 on Thursday, and I believe I may have a host. So that's it, man. I mean, I look forward to you guys bringing this same energy in the group. So that's all I got.
All right, love you guys. Have a good night. Happy Thursday. Do your thing. Have a great weekend. You are wonderful. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are beautiful. All right.
Classy, San Diego.
Bye, guys. Good night.